Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mukbangs and Hangs. I'm your girl Andy Crimson, and look what we have here today. I was at the store the other day and I was just like passing by the frozen food section and I saw this frozen Indian food. And if y'all know me, Indian food is so like my comfort food sometimes. It's my favorite. So I decided to go ahead and try this Sukhi's Irresistible Indian Cuisine chicken tikka masala with naan bread and rice, and I got the same brand of some samosas. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. And look at this, guys. It is steaming. It's fresh out of the microwave and the oven. Get this a little closer so y'all can see. Wow. It smells good, so I'm hoping that it will be good. Let's dig in and start this video because Ghost got nominated for a Grammy today and I need to talk about it, and I kind of I made some notes, you know, of things I want to talk about. So let's get into this first bite. Now, chicken tikka masala is mostly my go-to when I get Indian food. Depends how spicy some places make it. Let's try this by itself. Chunk. Okay, first bite. Surprisingly juicy. Not bad, not bad. It's definitely less spicy right now than typically how I get chicken tikka masala, but I'm pleasantly surprised right now. Like, I didn't expect the chicken to be this juicy, you know, being it a frozen food product. Really nice. Oh, and I've got my carbonated water. So guys, let's get into it. First reaction was just like, I squealed a little bit when I heard the nominations being read out for Best Metal Performance. And I was just so stoked. I couldn't believe it, but then again, yes I could, because Impera is an amazing album and at least one of those songs had to have been nominated. And I decided to kind of dig into the Grammys. You know, I haven't really done so, even though they've been nominated in the past. Like, I wanted to know, how does one choose the winner? It's basically just a voting process. It doesn't really say, do they go off of like composition, how it sounds for the genre? And to be honest, first glance, I've never heard any of the songs that Ghost is up against. So I had to do my own listening research and just kind of have as much of an unbiased opinion as I possibly could. Like, I want them to win, but I wanted to see if they actually could this time. Oh, this is good. And my second reaction to them getting nominated was, I was pretty sure that there was like a metal album category at one point. Because I think Impera totally would have been on that. I said it is not spicy, but my nose is already ready. Put that here. So, Ghost is up against Megadeth, Muse, Ozzy Osbourne, and this band called Turnstile, which I heard was more like a punk band. I was a little worried when I saw Megadeth because I know Megadeth is a little bit harder in their music. So I took turns listening to the songs and I wrote notes, like objective notes. Megadeth has a song called We'll Be Back Immediately. It's very heavy, very classic sounding, I guess, for the genre. But it's not my style. I literally put meh. Like, I didn't get excited about it. Yeah, so it very much fits into the metal genre. So it could be a strong contender. Let's try the samosas. These were the potato and peas. I don't know if you can see the inside. Not bad at all. Definitely, they have less filling than what you would find like in an Indian restaurant, but they're pretty tasty. Not bad. And then we have Muse, Killer Be Killed. I like some Muse songs. I was just a little bit surprised that they were in a metal performance category. First opinion of the song, it's okay. Definitely more digestible than Megadeth for me, at least. Very on brand for Muse with all the synths and stuff. It kind of reminded me of Periphery and Era, like that type of music. So, I mean, it could win. There's a lot going on in that song. This is the naan bread. Doesn't have any seasoning, what it looks like, so let's taste it. It's kind of tough. Definitely not the tastiest naan. I mean, it reminds me more of like a really dry pita bread. But it's frozen, so it's not terrible, but definitely not the best. And up next, there was Ozzy Osbourne with Degradation Rules. Now, I like a few Ozzy songs, you know, like the mainstream ones, the hits. Not like a huge fan. But this song was like a little boring in comparison to everything else. Subdued, I would say, still has a classic sound, but I don't think it's a strong contender for the category. Also, no, I don't know if this is based off like if all these songs have music videos as well to accompany them, which I know Sunshine does, and they have a Jimmy Kimmel performance of it. So I don't know if that gets taken into consideration. This bread is so tough. I mean, it's soft, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not like dripping with spices and cheese and butter. I'm so happy I'm having this because I've been craving Indian food for a minute. I can't get enough of it sometimes. And the box says it's like medium heat, which it's almost mild, really. I've had spicier medium things. And then we have Blackout Turnstile. Their song sounds the most modern for the genre. It gave me like a 2000s rock vibe and emo vibe. Definitely the opening vocals reminded me of Ozzy's vocals. But it's like really like too new. Like Muse has a very like bright and electronic-y sound. This was just more like, sounds more of a modern Silverstein. Like what other newer things that they've put out. It was okay. I mean, if I was gonna rank the songs in like what style appeals to me, it's gonna be like, without excluding Ghost, of course, it's gonna be like Muse and Turnstile are kind of like, they could switch places, but definitely Megadeth on the bottom, and then Ozzy. like Ozzy above it, basically. Sorry guys, that's just not my type of music. So, and then when I listened to Call Me Little Sunshine by itself, you know, trying to come up with like an opinion, the notes I have for it, it's definitely the softest out of the rest of the nominations. It's digestible is not the right word I would use for it, but more seductive. Exactly how I would kind of describe Cerise, that it just kind of draws you in because it's so soft in the beginning. And the lyrics, I think, are really important. And that being said, I was like, well, what other, how did Ghost win a Grammy the last time with Cerise? So I looked up the songs that Cerise was pitted up against, and it was kind of almost the same thing. So after doubting a little bit that Sunshine could pull through, I had more confident that they could win the Grammy this year or next year. Because Cerise was up against Lamb of God, Slipknot, Seven Dust, and August Burns Red. I like some Seven Dust songs. Maybe I've saved one Slipknot song, but I'm not like a fan of like any of the bands, like a real big fan. And it's funny because Lamb of God song and Slipknot, they kind of had the same sound with, and then the same effect of having some speaking vocals within the song. This is like a note for me. Seven Dust, I liked that song. It was clean with some like nice screaming vocals. That one I was more like, you know, privy to. Then Identity with August Burns Red. It was okay. It was better than the Lamb of God and Slipknot song. But listening all that together and then you listen to Cerise, it's like way different. And Ghost still pulled through with that win. So I think Sunshine has a big chance of winning. Like I feel it. This one's got a little bit of spice to it. It almost reminds me of something else fried that I've had. I don't know, it reminds me of like the food you get like at the carnival. So yeah, that was kind of like my little report, my review, my feelings about Ghost being nominated for a Grammy. And I think we're gonna get the AMA award for favorite rock album. The numbers aren't official. They're just like posted on this Twitter account. So I think Sunday we'll find out for sure. There's just something about like Indian or Mediterranean food on like a chilly day. Mexican food too, but like I said, lately I've just been on this. I've been fiending for it. I've been on a kick. So let me know y'all's thoughts about the Grammy noms. Any other category you want to talk about, I'm open to it. I wasn't paying too much attention to the other categories. Maybe pop because it was like the first one. And like none of it's surprising to me. Like pop just dominates every musical like award or talent show. Which there are some good songs, but rock hasn't really like been able to step into the light. Not that because they're not worthy, they're not on the level. I just think that the general public ain't feeling it. But it's all right. I know we got killer shows. We got killer fan bases. there were some things about this that, you know, I would prefer different, but I don't know how much you can do for a frozen meal, like what translates, what saves. I think if they put like a little bit of garlic on this, it would have been a little bit better. Let's try to do a last bite. This is like pieces of chicken and rice. Last bite. Mm. Well, guys, I am pleasantly surprised with this frozen Indian meal. Not bad at all. I think my expectations for everything that's frozen, you know, better just to be, lower the bar a bit, and then you have something like this. I think we're gonna go with the 7 because it was still delicious despite, you know, the I can't even think of the word. The naan bread being a little tough. Just maybe some more spices, just a little bit more flavorings throughout, but that was pretty good. I would be willing to try another frozen meal from Sukhi's. And if you guys find these in your grocery stores, definitely give them a try. And this is pretty mild if you're worried about like, oh, it's too spicy, oh, my stomach. Like, I'm very sensitive when it comes to those things. So I feel fine. Definitely not a mess over here. So I would recommend them. That's so good. I could probably eat some more. Like, I usually try to pick out on Indian food, but oh, so good. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's mukbang, this frozen dinner review. We're going to try to be doing these maybe once or twice a month, just depending what I find, whatever I'm feeling like. Let me know if you have any other recommendations for frozen food or Indian cuisine. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, just let me know what you feel about the Grammy Noms. Do you think Sunshine has a chance to win? And yeah, I guess that'll be it. Remember to follow along on my Instagram. We're going to be doing the 3K Ghost giveaway as soon as we hit the 3K milestone. And follow on my Patreon and channel memberships if you want to see anything that's extra behind the scenes. I'm also a Dead Man co-affiliate. Check out my link in the description for a discount on some merchandise. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'll see y'all next time.